thanks for coming in. My name is Nelson. We're doing a demo today of the organic Scottish salmon, Coq Au Vin style. Coq Au Vin is a classic French casserole. Literally translate means cock in wine, where it's the old rooster that they used to marinate in red wine, because it was a tough old bird and the red wine marinating would help it break it down, make it a little bit more tender. Slowly cooked down, classic with mushrooms, bacon, pearl onions, and what we did is we're doing it with salmon. So I made a red wine butter sauce called Bear Rouge, and that's how the salmon's being finished. And the bacon is with the lardons, and we had a great time. I'm actually doing a new plate for a new restaurant that I'm opening. Organic Scottish salmon. Take the skin off. So look, that looks great, doesn't it? She's guessing. This is actually great for snacks. I'm not really going to use this to serve this, but it's still good to eat. Oh, I'm ready. So to get the skin off, what I like to do is we definitely want to start at the tail. I make a small slice into the skin so then I have something to hold on to. And then basically you're working the knife back and forth. If you cut one way with the knife, you're pulling the other way with the skin. And I'm just gliding right along the bottom. I'm just riding right along the bottom of the fish and the skin. There we go. Skin is all removed. More of a more uniform portion. I'll go right down the middle of the fish. Part of the reason why I do this is because then underneath there's a little bit of a bloodline, just basically where the back is. And then I'll take that off. So you can see we end up with a nice size piece. And then I cut them into, these are 6. First one was a little bit heavier, another 6. There you go. And again, you just get so used to working with cutting the meats and different things. You can tell where it's going to be. So, before it goes on the grill, a little olive oil, salt, pepper, lemon juice, or all of our sauces and aiolis and things, and squeeze balls ready to go. It just makes it a little bit easier. We use an extra virgin olive oil from Greece, a little salt, pepper, and Greek oregano. Season both sides. And I'm just going to make sure the grill's clean. It'll be a little bit better. Comes out a little bit nicer, finishing it in the oven instead of cooking it all the way through on the grill. Another thing that's nice too, if you have a little spray, put a little bit on the grill. That helps keep it from sticking as well. The oil, usually the oil that you have on it is going to do the trick. Here we go, 2 nice, beautiful salmon steaks. Coq Au Vin is classic. It literally translates, means cock in wine, and it means as an old cock, as an old rooster. So it's all classically with bacon that are cut this size, and they're called lardons when they're cut this size. It's with mushrooms and pearl onions, and I used a king oyster mushroom. You can use a button mushroom. Obviously, those are the cheapest, but if you want to make it a little bit nicer, a little bit better flavor, king oyster mushroom's beautiful. I roasted the pearl onions, just a little olive oil, butter, fresh thyme. With I did the onions first for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then I added the mushrooms and finished it with the mushrooms. Otherwise, if you put the mushrooms and the onions at the same time, the mushrooms are going to get overcooked. Just crisping up the bacon a little bit more. So what I did is I put the salmon in it on the grill at an angle. So then you want to reverse that angle, and when I turn it over, you're going to see it's going to have a nice diamond grill mark on the surface side that we're going to serve. Now, classically, if we were doing the chicken, the chicken would have been marinated in the red wine. But since I'm doing it with salmon, I made a red wine butter sauce, a reduction of red wine, classically Burgundy, with a little shallot, peppercorn, a little fresh thyme, bay leaf, lemon juice, and heavy cream. And you reduce it down, depending upon what size batch you want, is how much wine. But you want to have enough lemon that it's got a little bite, so it's going to go nicely with the fish. And this is called a red wine butter sauce. It's called a Bear Rouge. So you want to melt the butter into it over a water bath, because it's going to keep it from breaking. And after the butter's all melted, then we're going to strain it. Those are the nice diamond marks on the fish. The same thing. Part of the reason why you do that is just so that you're cooking it. You don't want to, whatever you're grilling, you don't want to turn it and move it around a million times, because you're going to basically cook all the juices out of it. You can see it, bacon's getting nice and crisp. All right, I'm going to just start folding in some butter here. You just put a little bit in at a time. You don't want to put all your butter in at once, because then it will break. Water bath, this is what we use for cooking our pasta, but you don't, obviously you can have a smaller bowl and you can have a smaller pot. But basically, this is what they would call a bain-marie, cooking over the water. Right. Bacon is, now, you can keep the fat in, or you can take some of the fat out. I'm going to take a little bit out. But I do like the fat, so I'm leaving a little bit in. That's a pretty good ratio of veggies, onions, bacon. I'm actually going to finish the fish in the oven. A couple more pieces of butter in there, and we're almost done. We use a sweet, unsalted butter. Now, I'm going to put this in the oven for a sec. You want to put you're going to finish it in the oven, put a little olive oil on your. We have all these little skillets that work out great. Now you need skillet. And that's only going to take a minute in the oven. As you can tell, it was almost through. And when it comes out, I'll show you. It's going to be... Oh, that's great. You can tell pretty much how much butter you need by the tartness of the reduction. Anything that we're doing, the soups, the sauces, whatever, they always pull out the recipes to make sure that they're not missing anything, doing it the same way. Consistency is huge. How consistently good that it is. Butter sauce is good. Strain that. This is called a chinois. All that good shallot, peppercorn, bay leaf, fresh thyme, all of that is in the reduction. You don't have to worry about it. It's all going to get strained out. So I'm just going to use the spatula just to make sure I'm getting that butter, strained butter. Okay, let's check on that salmon. Oh yeah, it's perfect. You can see just the juices. You can see. I'm just doing this to show you. It's just a nice little bit of pink there. That's perfect. Exactly what you want. Wanted to do some roasted potatoes, some little red bliss potatoes. Be really nice with this. You can do a rice. You can do this with pasta. I'm 99% sure that when I do this at the restaurant, it's going to be just the mushrooms, the pearl onion, and the bacon. A couple more mushrooms over here. Salmon on top. Finish with the red butter sauce, the Bear Rouge. A little parsley. And we are ready to eat. And that's the salmon Coq Au Vin. Hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to enjoy this. Great little demo. Fish looks delicious. Can't wait to sit down and eat it. In fact, it's plated and ready to go.
Do you want me to say something else?
Same thing. We make sure that all the scales come off.